Welcome to the Transition to Placement mini-series, Episode 3, The Basics of Placement Success. The basics of placement success. Attitude. Possess a positive learning attitude. The most important point to remember is you'll only get as much out of your placement as you're willing to put into it. So it's up to you to make every effort to learn and apply your skills in a positive manner, even when you're having a bad day. Be proactive about learning what is expected of you and the company rules and processes you need to follow. Remember that in placement, you are still a student, so use this opportunity to ask questions about your performance and be open to constructive feedback. Sometimes being asked to change or adjust something can make us feel defensive, but keep in mind that constructive feedback is meant to help you improve. So be sure to apply the suggestions you receive and follow up if you need more guidance or clarity. If someone should ask about your disability and you feel comfortable sharing, try to make it a teachable moment and be patient. If you're not comfortable responding or don't think it's appropriate, try to redirect the conversation. For example, you might say, "Oh, you noticed that. Yes, I do things a little differently, but it still gets the job done." Show initiative. On occasion, there may be times in your day that aren't very busy and it seems like there's nothing to do. This is your chance to show you're a self-starter. Find something to do like reading manuals, checking a duties list, reviewing the website, or talking to a coworker or supervisor about a work task. This helps to create a positive impression of your work ethic to the placement supervisor. When in doubt, offer to do those small, everyday tasks that are sometimes forgotten or ignored when we get busy. Another way to show initiative is by using your creativity and problem-solving skills. If you've noticed something that could be improved or have an idea for a new project, meet with your supervisor about it. There may be an opportunity for you to add it to your placement activities. Hard skills. In the work world, employers are looking for candidates who have a balance of hard and soft skills. In this section, we'll break these skills down and suggest tips to keep in mind. Hard skills are the technical skills you use to perform job-specific tasks. Your placement is the perfect opportunity to practice what you've learned in the classroom with the support of a professional working in the field. Let the employer know the tasks and skills you'd most like to improve on during your work term and work with them to find those opportunities. If having a disability means that some hard skills are difficult or unsafe to complete without support, you will have hopefully met with your accessibility consultant well before your placement starts to find the right accommodations or strategies. For example, if you have a specific way of learning, perhaps you will have already practiced disclosing this to the placement supervisor and ask if someone can demonstrate a new skill or write down instructions instead of just explaining what to do. Soft skills. Sometimes called transferable skills or professional skills, soft skills are related to who you are as a person and how you interact with others. Employers value soft skills because they're an important part of maintaining positive workplace culture, productive team dynamics, and when dealing with customers or patients. Some examples of soft skills are leadership, time management, motivation, good communication, and organization. The great thing about soft skills is that you can build them in almost any environment. In the workplace, at school, doing independent work or completing group projects, volunteering in your community, or even based on your own lived experience. You've probably developed some great soft skills related to your disability that you might not have considered soft skills. For example, you may be more perseverant, resourceful, or a creative problem solver just by adapting to inaccessible environments. Many interview questions relate to how you've used soft skills in the past. So be sure to practice your soft skills during your placement so that you can use those experiences as examples during future interviews. Take a minute to think about what soft skills you have, or ask someone who knows you well what soft skills they think you have.
The basics of placement success: getting along with others. Did you know employees who are helpful and easy to get along with are valued more highly than people who have better technical skills but are not as easy to get along with? Here are some quick tips for working with new colleagues. Be respectful to others and focus on being a team player. In some cases, you may be asked to do a task relevant to your placement that doesn't seem very exciting, but you are likely being asked because it's important and needs to get done. Accept that if your supervisor thinks something is important, you should treat it like it is. Put the business needs before your preferences and do what is asked. Be sure to learn names and how to pronounce them correctly. This is a basic but important part of professional conduct and communication. Finally, learn from the experts and ask questions. There may be an opportunity for you to share insights and ideas, but focus on gaining the wisdom of professionals who have more experience. Keep emails and online discussion about your placement professional. Be sure to check for spelling and be careful of using the Reply All button in group responses. If you're sending a quick thank you email to the author, a direct response is more appropriate. Be mindful of mood, tone in emails and on social media to avoid misinterpretation. Information can be processed very differently when tone, facial expressions, and body language are not available to help a person interpret your meaning. Remember, it's there forever. If you're asking, am I a team player? Consider that the word team player is used a lot. In class, you probably had to work on a number of group projects. Not everyone is outgoing or wants to be a team leader. If you're more introverted or shy, you can still be an excellent team player by being willing to take on tasks or offering to support where needed. Remember, introverted, shy people get hired every day. That's all for this video on placement transition planning. If you still have questions, connect with your placement coordinator, accessibility consultant, or career advisor.